heart, hustle, baseball. The game lives here. This is Pioneer League. Watch on Home Team Network.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Boise, Idaho for Pioneer League Baseball. My name is Scott Gladstone. So excited to have you along for the ride as today your Glacier Range Riders take on the Boise Hawks in Game 2 of a 6-game series. Should be a great matchup between the two sides after the Range Riders offense exploded for a near franchise record in scoring on Tuesday night. 23 total runs in the demolishing of the Hawks. It started off all Hawks with 3 runs in the bottom of the second inning, but it was minimized by Zach Longshore. He stayed in the game, and from there, the Range Riders scored 22 unanswered runs. Range Riders and the Hawks, after a day off yesterday due to just a little bit too much smoke in the air, and now the smoke is clearly dissipated a ton. You can actually see the mountains in the backdrop over center field there, and it's a lot better weather for baseball. We'll play a doubleheader tomorrow because of the canceled game yesterday, but for now, we play one 9-inning affair between the Hawks and the Range Riders. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have starting lineups for you and get you set for baseball live from Boise, Idaho.
Glacier Bank Park is just so beautiful. The absolutely stunning views, the facility that we have, we're just very fortunate.
This is a place where people can gather throughout the community. The location of the park itself is centrally located within the valley, and as such, it keeps everybody coming from all the different municipalities throughout the valley, and really it's just a hub for the community to meet.
My favorite thing about coming to the ball field is seeing old friends, seeing the beautiful complex, and the staff, how friendly they are. They greet us with friendliness, and the seats are awesome.
We also get to connect with folks as far away as Boston that are here on vacation that actually want to come to a ballpark because I talk them into it because that's how special it is.
So we come to socialize. We love our group and we just have a really good time. Of course, we like watching the game too. And we like to win.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome back in. Let's go over the starting lineups for today's game. First for the First for the home Glacier Range Riders. Never mind. The home team is Boise. For your Glacier Range Riders, Kyle Ashworth leads it off. Donovan Ratfield bats second. It's Friedenberg, Millen, and Garner at 3, 4, and 5. Brody Capps another start as the 6th spot in the lineup, while Rover, Steele, and Beard round out the starting 9 for the Glacier Range Riders. Let's check out the home team now, the Boise Hawks. Michael O'Hara will lead off. Jackson, Pyle, Ruscio, Neves, and Meyer. And it's Grant, Quevedo, and Sisto. Radke is the starting pitcher for this Boise Hawks squad. We'll take one more quick break, and when we come back, we'll have the national anthem for you. And first pitch from Boise, Idaho.
This is Johns Manville, built on experience, guided by people who believe every detail matters. We manufacture commercial roofing systems with purpose, combining performance, protection, and long-term reliability. From the science behind our products to the trust earned on every job, we focus on what lasts and what comes next. Steady leadership, proven performance. Johns Manville Commercial Roofing Systems.
Welcome back in. We are just about set for baseball here as Cole Crescent will get the ball in the bottom of the first. Ryan Radke will get the start for this Boise Hawks squad. Radke makes his way out near the bump, and we will send you down to the field for our national anthem, sang live in stadium here in Boise. Again, down to the field for our national anthem. Our national anthem sang live here at Memorial Stadium, Boise, Idaho. As we get set for baseball, the Glacier Range Riders and the Boise Hawks nearly set. Let's go over the defensive alignment for this. Let's go over the defensive alignment for this Boise Hawks squad. It's just realized I had my own scorebook flipped. The Glacier Range Riders are the offense. Sisto behind the plate, Begora over at first. Riccio, Quevedo, Underwood, Neves, O'Hara, Folds round out this defensive alignment. Ryan Radke is the starting pitcher for Boise. The right-hander, Radke, will take to the bump, trying to simmer down a Range Rider offense who had one of their best days in franchise history on Tuesday. A couple different stops, two at the JUCO level with Los Medanos College and Solano Community College before heading to the NAIA level and playing just a state over from Montana at the University of Jamestown. He was teammates with Evan Langston last summer in Bismarck, North Dakota, as they both were a member of the Bismarck Larks. Langston had solid stats there, but Radke's stats were absolutely bonkers. A 2.82 ERA for Bismarck in 10 starts at 51 innings pitched. Coming out of a collegiate career where in his 2 years with Jamestown, they had a 3.51. He had a 3.33 ERA, scratch that, and a 3.86 ERA. Kyle Ashworth coming out to the left-handed batter's box to get us set for baseball. Range Rider leadoff batter Kyle Ashworth has been more than dangerous in his time, among the league leader in walks, and lost in the fracas on Tuesday night. I believe he set a franchise record as the first pitch misses up and away. Count goes to 1-0. We're underway at 7:05 p.m. Much better day for baseball. It's still hot at 96 degrees, but much less smoke in the air. The 1-0. 2 balls and no strikes as it misses outside. Ashworth, while being second in the league in walks, he is now the most ever walks in a single season in franchise history for the Glacier Range Riders. He was tied with Christian Kirtley at 68. And with 5 weeks to go, just about, in this regular season, Ashworth is going to set a record that's going to be hard to beat. Called strike. Count goes to 2-2. Ashworth also had a grand slam, which was maybe a bigger highlight than setting a record for single season walks. Ashworth, I wonder what the career record for walks is. It's probably something that belongs to Gabe Howell, just because of the time that he's been in Glacier. The 2-2. Call the ball, just missing outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. But that's definitely something to check out, because in 2 seasons, I'm sure Ashworth has fairly decent numbers in terms of walks and maybe could threaten, especially with the pace that he's on for. He is on pace for over 100 as it's ball 4 and a go figure walk. His 71st of the season. First in the league, setting a new league record already, is Eddie Pelk of the Long Beach Coast. He has a staggering 87 walks. Range Rider fans can get to see him next week as the Coast take on the Range Riders. That one hit Donovan Ratfield, and it's first and second thanks to 2 free passes right away. For Radke, finding that punch-out pitch is going to be a big question mark for him. That's something he struggled with this year. 24 strikeouts in 33 innings. And now he's up against big Brock Vredenberg, the left-handed first baseman hailing from Pasadena, California. Runners on first and second as the first pitch finds the zone. The count goes to 0-1. Ashworth, great speed on second base there. On the season, Kyle Ashworth has a marvelous stolen base record. Bluff of the bat, and it's called a ball. Count goes to 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. This one hit, a line shot, and Ashworth is dead to rights at second. A soft liner over to Quevedo. Jackson has the flip, and it's easy because Ashworth had to jump out of the way of that ball heading towards him. Double play, exactly the opposite of what the Range Riders wanted in that moment, and it is 2 gone with Ratfield on first. First pitch in the zone to Jake Millen, batting from the left side. Oh, 1. Millen had the hardest hit ball on Tuesday night. It wasn't a home run, one of 4 for the Range Riders that got out. It was just a hard hit double as he swings and misses there. Count goes to 0-2. Oh, 2, 2 outs. 0-0 score line. Pick off to first. Donovan Ratfield back in safely, pretty easily there. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs into Jake Millen, Range Riders center fielder on this hot Thursday evening. Swing and a miss. Millen punched out on 3 pitches. We head to the bottom of the first. A double play is a clean sheet for the Hawks. We'll be right back. Welcome back in. Let's go over the defense for the Glacier Range Riders. Donovan Ratfield behind the plate. Carson Garner at third. Steele at short. Logan Beard at second. Dradenberg at first. The outfield from left to right is Capps, Millen, and Ashworth. Starting pitcher for the Glacier Range Riders today is Cole Crescent, appearing once again as a starter for this Glacier Range Riders squad. He started this season with the Long Beach Coast before relocating to the Flathead Valley, and now obviously pitching on the road here in the Treasure Valley. First pitch misses outside to Michael O'Hara. This season for the Range Riders, a 5.74 ERA for Crescent as he goes behind 2-0. His 9th start of the season, he has 20 strikeouts and 26 innings pitched. It's ball 3, and he's in danger of doing exactly what Radke did and walking the leadoff batter. Michael O'Hara, the 3-0. Over the plate, 3-1. Crescent, of course, used to playing in hot weather. The Louisiana native, played at the University of Louisiana Monroe, a former Warhawk. Slashed foul down the left field line. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Tight strike zone in the first inning. Let's see what we get here on another 3-2. That one just would have scraped the outside had it been taken. That one up and away, and it's ball 4. Accurately called by our home plate umpire. Leadoff walk. And now, what does the Boise Hawks do with it? The Range Riders could not. In inning number 1, Daryl Jackson steps up to the plate. Daryl Jackson, a former University of Wisconsin product. This is a chance for 2, throw for 1, and they're just going to get the 1. Awkward kind of play for Steele, but maybe you could have got a better throw from him to second, have a chance to get out Jackson, but it was just too slow of a roller. Came off the bat of Jackson at only 85 miles per hour. Once 95, well, if it's 95, it might be getting through on the left side. So you'll take it however you can get it. The first out of the inning is 6-4 fielder's choice in your scorebook. Up comes John Pyle. He pops this one up the chimney. Ratfield going back, and it smacks on the concrete. Out of play. 1 strike, no balls. Throw to second. Safe at second. Ratfield nearly got him out there. Jackson's 17th stolen base of the year. His final year at Wisconsin Whitewater, he stole 15, but really unleashed here with Boise. Is this one lifted? Will that one stay into play? Vredenberg watches it go out of the field of play. John Pyle, the man at the plate. As that one drops just below the zone, it's 1-2. One ball, two strikes, one out into Pyle, batting .256. Gets a piece of that one out to right center field. Ashworth scooting over, gets to it, and the tag up is coming from Jackson. An aggressive tag there from Jackson to try and test the arm of Kyle Ashworth, who was a little bit off of being able to make that throw perfectly towards third. So he just hit the cutoff and trusted his pitcher to be able to deal with the next batter in Ryan Ruscio. Ruscio is batting .463 coming into the last contest between these two. That's that one called the ball. 1-0. Now Ruscio has had his batting average knocked down to .422, dropped 40 points in one night. Looking to get back on track as that one's down low for ball two. 2-0, 2 outs. It's a leadoff walk that has helped produce Jackson over at third base here. Fielder's choice, they couldn't get him. As that one misses up and in, and it's 3-0. Crescent, not usually this kind of sporadic early in the game. Sometimes it'll get to him later in his start. The 3-0, 2-out pitch from Crescent into Ruscio. Over the plate, 3-1. That one was right down the pipe at 90 miles per hour. Call to strike. Good call by our home plate umpire. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on third. The pitch in to Ryan Ruscio. Ruscio sends this one long gone. Swing and a huge home run there by Ruscio. Offered dead center again. That was exactly the same location that the 3-0 pitch was put. It was a different pitch. A breaker rather than a fastball, but it's a disastrous result. As you offer it dead center, that one's going to be taken exactly that. 2-run blast. And it is 2-0. Boise in front. These two squads who don't hit a lot of home runs coming into this contest, they've hit plenty. That's the 6th in a game and an inning. Inside of the strike zone, called a strike. Count goes to 0-1 to Avery Neves, who has a home run in game number 1 on Tuesday between these two sides. This one sent sky high. 0-2 goes the count. Yeah, if you're Crescent, you just can't put it that far over the heart of the plate. Count goes to 1-2 as that one misses. Crescent trying to find that punch out. He had it to 3-2 on Ruscio before giving him the meatball over the heart. The 1-2 pitch. Misses, and it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the first, the 23rd pitch of the inning. Swing and a miss. Crescent down to the inning, but the leadoff walk comes back to haunt, and the home run makes it 2-0 Boise. Range Riders find themselves in a familiar position with this Boise Hawks squad, down in the early going. Of course, they responded on Tuesday with 22 unanswered runs, and it started in the immediate following inning. So can they find similar suit and at least put up 1 to counteract the 2 spot put in the bottom of the first? First pitch into Carson Garner is a swing and a miss. Range Riders had first and second, nobody out, and couldn't get anything across in top 1. The 0-1 pitch from Radke into Garner. Called a strike, catching the outer edge. It is 0-2. That one, according to ABS, just missed outside, but not a bad call by our home plate umpire. 0-2, no outs. Swing and a miss, and the second straight 3-pitch strikeout by Radke as Millen and Garner both go down quickly without much opposition. 1 out, top of the second inning. Brody Capps steps to the plate. Capps had a solid debut. The rookie out of Southeast Louisiana. First base knock, a couple walks as well. And this one hit on the ground, up the middle, grabbed by Jackson. The throw is on target. Great play by Jackson, and that is sorely needed from a Boise Hawks squad who saw Ethan Underwood struggle tremendously at second base on Tuesday. Jackson instead breaks out a highlight. That was 103 off the bat of Capps for a ground out in the end. Tommy Rover now steps up. Rover batting 7th in the lineup for the Range Riders. 2 outs, top of the second. Outside, 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0, 2 outs. The 1-0 pitch in. Bluff of the bat, did he go? No, says our third base umpire. 2 balls and no strikes. Tuesday night, Rover had a 3-run blast over the right center field fence. It's part of the Range Riders' crazy rally. 2-0. Upstairs to Rover, it is 3 balls and no strikes. Three and 1 goes the count. 3-1, 2-out pitch, top of the second. Ball 4, and a walk issued to Rover. Range Riders have not had a hit today, but they have reached thrice via free passes, a hit by pitch, and 2 walks. Up comes Jacob Steele. Steele stepping to the plate. Steele had a 3-run blast, just like Rover did on Tuesday night. First pitch of ball to Jacob Steele. Good job by Rover and Steele here to at least see a couple pitches. Certainly Rover being able to earn the walk. That helps break up what would have been a really quick inning by Radke after quick outs from Garner and Capps. Fouled off by Steele. Count goes 1 ball, 1 strike for the Range Riders shortstop. One ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Runner on first and Rover. In the side, 2 balls and 1 strike to Steele. Missouri native, Central Missouri product. I haven't looked much into the facilities at Central Missouri baseball. I know it's a D2 powerhouse, so clearly they got something working right for them. So there's a pickoff to check on Rover. D2 dog himself at Fresno Pacific before his final year at Youngstown State. Ball inside. Central Missouri plays at Crane Stadium, Tompkins Field. And honestly, yeah, not a bad facility at all. Looks like artificial turf down there. Opened in the spring of 1998. 3-1 pitch. Swung on into shallow right field, falling for a base knock. Rover will head to third. And it's a 2-out single by Jacob Steele that opens the door for Logan Beard to possibly create some damage at the bottom of the order. That home stadium for Jacob Steele was a $1.2 million construction project funded primarily by the title sponsor James R. Crane. And it also added locker room, coaches, staff, or coach's office, an umpire dressing room, new dugouts, permanent seats, and concession stands as this one sent sky high and out of play. And then the new artificial turf was installed in 2015. The 0-1 2-out pitch. Pick off attempt over to Steele. On first, he's back in safely. The 0-1 2-out pitch. Inside, almost hit Logan Beard. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. This one hit, and it's just foul. Almost hit Rover over there in foul territory. Wide array of facilities in Division II baseball, I'll tell you that much. Honestly, Division I as well, but certainly Division II. 1-2 pitch is upstairs, 2 balls and 2 strikes. I can tell you, though, that one of the best is the Central Missouri Crane Stadium. Part of the reason why they've hosted a ton of regionals there. It's because of how solid the facility is and how easy it is to recruit guys to that stadium. As this one just beyond the dive of Quevedo over at short. A leap over there from the shortstop, not enough. And Logan Beard, a clutch 2-out base knock to make it 2-1. Well struck ball by Beard, just enough on it to get it up and over Quevedo. Rover scores, and it is Range Riders 1, Boise 2. Up steps Kyle Ashworth, who, of course, speaking of college facilities, the one that he finished out his career at, down in Long Beach, California. The site of a inaugural Pioneer League team. The Range Riders will host the brand new Long Beach Coast, who I'm speaking of, next week. First ever matchup between the two sides, including Star Wars night on Friday. Make sure to get your tickets now. I think those are going to start to go really quickly, as they've already gone pretty fast already. This one fought off to make the count 0-2. The Pioneer League also officially announced on their website today that one of the new Pioneer League towns will be Irvine, California. Not too far away from Kyle Ashworth's hometown. The 0-2. Outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pioneer League Pioneer League and the Irvine City Council had a 5-year agreement just voted and approved on Tuesday. That will begin play at Great Park Baseball Stadium. Sky high to left center field, backing up and now stopping his run is Meyer. The catch is made for out number 3. Range Riders get a 2-out RBI single from Logan Beard. It is 2-1 Boise as we head to the bottom of the second.
In 1858, one man's ingenuity sparked a legacy. When Henry Ward Johns set out to rethink roofing, he built something that would last. That spirit carried forward in 1901, when Johns joined forces with Charles Manville, creating Johns Manville. For more than 160 years, through challenge and change, innovation and resilience have defined who we are. Today, backed by Berkshire Hathaway, Johns Manville is trusted in the commercial roofing industry, with systems built to perform.
Welcome back. Bottom of the second inning. The Glacier Range now at the hands of the Boise Hawks. Boise with a 2-run blast and Logan Beard with an RBI single. Up steps the other Logan, the Boise Hawks Logan. It's Logan Meyer to the plate. Logan Meyer, the center fielder today, wearing the number 45, steps in to the right-handed batter's box. Meyer, the Billings native, former Tucson Saguaro, in there on that grind of Pecos League baseball. This one out towards right field. Has a good carry on it. Can it get off the wall? Yes, it will. And now dead to rights. Nearly got him back at first. Oh, man. That was a great play off the wall by Ashworth in right field to hold it to just a single. Take a look back at it. You see Ashworth just boom, went right to that right hand, and then he had to put on the brakes and nearly got caught. back at first. Up comes Wyatt Grant, the catcher from Burke Burnett, Texas. Another kind of alternate route to get to the Pioneer League, as he played for the Eastside Diamond Hoppers last year. It's crazy the amount of guys that, I mean, are Pecos League products or have Pecos League experience, as well as USPBL, different things like that. A lot of unique routes to get here. As the runner is going, it's a foul into the body of Wyatt Grant. Wyatt Grant actually played alongside the slugger for the Red Pocket Mobiles, Jordan Harrison Dudley, at Cameron University in Lawton, Oklahoma. They played together in the spring of 2024. After last year in the Pecos League, Grant, now a member of the Hawks, hitting .318 with 4 home runs and 42 RBIs. Burke Burnett, Texas. This one sky high, shallow center field. Millen on the run, now stops and waits for the ball in his glove. A pop out number 1. Up comes Roy Quevedo. Miami, Florida native at 5'9", 180 pounds. Quevedo certainly has struggled with the bat this year. His batting average down to 155 on the season, and he has 0 extra base hits. Good defensive player from what we've seen, but he is in desperate need of being able to bring that bat around, or else he is just a clog in the lineup. Ball up and away. It's also a guy, if you're an opposing pitcher, that you got to face. You got to pitch to him. On base percentage at .258. He has received 8 walks this year, but struck out 11 times in 15 games. The 1-0. That one also called a ball. Just missing his spot here is Crescent. Quevedo, not a bad baseball player. At the D2 level, Nova Southeastern hit .273 this spring, but last year hit .320. Fouled off by Quevedo. Nova Southeastern, another one of those really good programs with solid facilities down there in Florida. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out. Did he go? Yes, he did, says our home plate umpire. It's a good call. And so as not to ask the umpire near second base. Count goes to 2-2. It's full. Or it's not full, excuse me. 2-2. Runners going, fouled off. Nova Southeastern 2016 national champions. Fouled again. Couple hard contact plays here by Quevedo. 95 off the bat there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. But does Crescent have him right where he wants him? Let's see. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on first and Meyer. Fouled off. And it hits off of the wire that is holding up the poles with speakers on it. That was incredible. It's a very thin wire, hard to hit. Runners going, foul back again. How about it? This is a great at-bat from Quevedo. Not going down easy at all. Meyer, again, was running. He's got to go back to the base. The 2-2 misses inside. This is a well-earned walk if he can get one more ball from Quevedo. If you're Crescent, you got to challenge him. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bottom of the second. Crescent sets at the belt. Meyer going, swung on to right field. Ashworth looking back and makes the grab for out number 2. Decent swing, but in the end, it's a fairly routine flyout for the range rider right fielder. That was one of those that I had a really hard time reading. I thought that one had a little bit more legs under it. Instead, it was pretty routine, right to the glove of Kyle out there. Jacob Sisto, the designated hitter, as there's an eye contact warning from Cole, for Cole Crescent. Jacob Sisto, brief stint in the Billings Mustangs organization. Syracuse, New York native, now hammers this one to left center field. And Meyer will hold at second on the base knock by Sisto. And now you bring out Michael O'Hara, a very good bat, who earned a leadoff walk. And that run eventually scored. He got thrown out of the fielder's choice, but because he worked that leadoff walk, there was a player aboard eventually for the home run. First pitch, and a ball is being issued. An eye contact warning for the second time, and that means ball 1. 1-0. And it almost goes to the backstop. You could tell Crescent was maybe affected by that call in terms of how he responded, and certainly that pitch was a little bit affected by maybe the mental note of having that strike applied. Michael O'Hara, or the ball applied. Michael O'Hara didn't like that strike call, but it's the correct call. Count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike, 2 outs to Michael O'Hara. Again, 0 for 0 with a walk, O'Hara. Also catches the outside corner. That one was not the correct call by our home plate umpire. Good job by Crescent to take what just got called a strike and expand it just a little bit. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the second, 2 on. Deuces can't get more wild than this, especially in a 2-1 scoreline. The 2-2 pitch. Outside, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runners will get a head start on the play. The last 3-2, 2-out pitch that Crescent delivered, he put dead center and was taken for a no-doubt home run. Now into Michael O'Hara. It's a ball outside and the bases are loaded. That leadoff ball that was issued due to the eye contact violation coming back obviously very big in that moment. Darrell Jackson now with a ground into a fielder's choice and a run scored. Steps up. First pitch in, over to third. Fielded by Garner. He bobbles it, but then he touches the bag for out number 3. The force out was there, so that's how the inning ends. It's an unassisted fielder's choice to bring the frame to a close. Range Riders trail 2-1. Welcome back. Top of the third inning. Glacier Range Riders trailing the Boise Hawks by a score of 2-1 in the early going here. First two innings lasting about 40 minutes or so, thanks to walks issued by both sides. These are offenses that like to walk. They like to see pitches. That has brought them success throughout this season. They've also struggled at times, both of these squads, as Range Riders and the Boise Hawks both right in the middle of the Pioneer League standings. There's a called strike at the bottom of the zone. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-2. The 1-2 pitch into Donnie Rat. Ball. Rat was hit by a pitch his first time up. Donovan Radfield was on the first pitch. Just on the inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Radke fires home. Outside, it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Like I said, both these squads love to see their pitches. (3-2) coming home. Ball 4. Radfield walks to lead off the inning. Manager of this Boise Hawks team, his name is Sean Persky. This is his first year. He was the team's hitting coach last year under Cash Beecham. From 2019 through 2024, he was the manager of the Alpine Cowboys. Was one of the most successful managers in Pecos League history. Had 2 Pecos League championships in 2019 and 2024. And he also earned 3 Mountain Division Manager of the Year awards, as this one's fouled off and the count goes to 0-1. And he also managed the Mountain Division All-Star team on 4 occasions. The 0-1 just catches the outside of the zone against Brock Vredenberg. Native of Pocatello, Idaho, is Persky. Started his career with the Alpine Cowboys as a shortstop in 2017. So that's obviously all of that where he gets his roots, looking at Pecos League guys and just JUCO dogs. Just upstairs, 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's a big reason why they have just guys from everywhere across. You can often root it back to the manager, as this one out towards left center field, charging in, and a tumbling grab made by Meyer. Hopefully he's all right there, as he kind of crunched over that glove side wrist, and like he's golfing or something, took out a big divot of grass. Yeah, snow coned it. And again, there's a chunk taken out, but this outfield grass is in pretty rough shape. So will they necessarily miss it? Probably not. 1 out. Up comes Jake Millen, who struck out on 3 pitches. This time he sends it sky high to left. Neves, the man there. And the grab is made for out number 2. Carson Garner steps up. He's 0 for 1 with the strikeout versus Radke. He was working on a fairly quick inning of work here. His 12th pitch will be the next one fired home. First pitch into Carson Garner. Outside. Count goes to 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs. Runner on first in Radfield, who got the leadoff walk. And this one's popped up. Another weak contact situation as the first baseman over. And some adjustments at the last minute, but Ruscio able to grab it for out number 3. Gratfield with a great at-bat to start off the inning, with 3 straight flyouts, including a highlight catch by Logan Meyer. Bring it to a close. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. It is 2-1 Boise.
Thinking about where to host your next office event? Book the indoor event space at Glacier Bank Park. With a capacity up to 145 people, our indoor event space is a flexible, year-round venue ideal for accommodating receptions, conferences, and holiday parties. The spacious layout boasts impressive stadium and mountain views, providing the perfect setting for guests to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
Innovation has always been at the core of Johns Manville. From advanced testing labs to real-world job sites, we rethink what roofing can deliver. Through science, precision engineering, and decades of real-world experience, we engineer commercial roofing systems that deliver lasting performance. At Johns Manville, innovation means listening, learning, and building solutions that meet today's needs while preparing for what's next. This is progress with purpose.
Welcome back. Glacier Range Riders 1, Boise Hawks 2 here. Through less than 3 innings of play. It's Pyle, Ruscio, as well as Neves in this inning. John Pyle 0 for 1. First pitch up and in. Fly out to right field for Pyle. For Crescent, that was his 48th pitch thrown. Difference right now is the home run allowed. Also, Crescent's just not done a great job of getting himself ahead in the count here today, it feels like. Fouled off. One's called the ball. It's 3-1. This one down the left field line, and it just lands fair. Pyle heads to second base and is in there standing. A double by Pyle and another leadoff base runner for this Boise Hawks squad. Crescent has failed each inning to get the leadoff batter out, and that's really where things have started for him. And the big thing is his swing and a miss percentage is very low. That's what he's looking for, is to try and find a few more misses from the lumber of the Boise Hawks. Ruscio is 1 for 1 with the home run. Foul ball, count goes to 0-1. Swing and a miss percentage is just 3.5% from Crescent compared to Radke, who has fooled the Range Riders a few more times. His is over 10%. The 0-1 outside. They're just sitting on everything that isn't that near the zone from Crescent. Another miss makes it 2-1. And another miss makes it 3-1. Once again, down in a hitter's count to a dangerous hitter in Ruscio. Rocio. The 3-1. Sky high fly down the right field line. Is there enough room for it? Ashworth just out of play. Had that one corralled if this field was a little bit wider. Instead, it's a souvenir. And another 3-2 pitch coming in from Crescent to Rocio. Payoff coming in for the range rider righty. Out towards right field, and it's a base knock. Green light to send the runner home. The throw in from Ashworth, and it's cut off. 3-1, Boise with the lead. Pyle scores. Boise up by 2. Reinstating their 2-run lead, and still nobody out here, bottom of the 3rd. Will Neves steps up. I got his name as William Neves, but apparently he is known by Avery Neves. Long conversation between Ratfield and Crescent on the bump right now, as I believe warm-ups are getting going, with Crescent kind of not having his best stuff tonight. Let's take a look at the scoreline around the PBL. We did not have games yesterday, so let's take you through the 3 games that we did have. As Todd Pratt will bring out Cole Crescent of this contest. New pitcher will come in for the Range Riders. It was a time buying technique there. As Crescent's day is done. Rocio on first for the new pitcher, as they'll face off against Avery Neves. I believe it might be Bartkowski. Like I said, score lines from yesterday, because I didn't get the chance to tell you any score lines. Great Falls beats Missoula 22-12. That's a scoreline you like if you're a Range Rider fan. Oakland over Yuba Sutter, which is fine. And Modesto over Red Pocket, which is expected. Those are the only games played, as everything else was postponed to today. There's different circumstances that happened. The Long Beach Ogden game was in the middle of their contest when they were halted, while Billings had a water line break, I believe, underneath their stadium, which led to a flooding of the field. And so they needed to cancel the game they were playing. They played a doubleheader today. In game 1 of that doubleheader, Billings 8, Idaho Falls 6, final score. So the Mustangs get the win. You're rooting for Mustangs to win every game except when they're playing the Range Riders. Same with Long Beach, and they beat the Ogden Raptors in the finishing of that first game of their doubleheader today. That was postponed and moved over from yesterday. 28-11, the final score. The Coast beat the Raptors. Other score lines in the top of the 5th. Great Falls leads Missoula 3-2. Idaho Falls and Billings 0-0 in the top of the 2nd of their game. And that's game 2. Ogden leads Long Beach 7-2 in the bottom of the 4th. That's a 7-inning game. And Oakland Yuba, Red Pocket Modesto, both yet to begin. Will Bartkowski comes on now. Bartkowski takes over for Cole Crescent, who allows 3 runs in 2+ innings of work. First pitch in from the sidewinder, hits the zone. The count goes to 0-1 on Avery Neves. Bartkowski originally was at Kansas City Community College, went to Alabama State for a year, then Georgia State. This past spring for Georgia State had a 3.92 ERA. 2 appearances for the Range Riders. He has a 4.5 ERA and 4 total innings of work. That's 2 runs in that time. He also has 3 strikeouts and 3 walks, does Bartkowski. The 0-2, no out pitch from Will Bartkowski. Runners going, throw into second, and it's safe over at second. Rosillo was out, but the throw was off target, as that was not a good jump from Rosillo, and he gets rewarded for it anyway. Bartkowski spent 3 years at Kansas City Community College in Kansas City, Kansas, under head coach Matt Goldbeck. Set out the first year he was there, and then made 40 appearances. As this one's hit over to third, it's enough of a slow roller that Rosillo will advance on it. And now a runner on third with one out and an RBI opportunity. Bartkowski, as you would expect, being 6'5", he was also a solid basketball player at Vertius Christina High School. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I think it's, as this one's up the middle and through for a base knock. Logan Meyer, an RBI single. It's 4-1, Boise leads. I believe it's, Veritas Christian School, but the Georgia State website has it as Vertius Christina High School. It also says it's in Seneca, Kansas, which I don't think it is. Fouled off by Wyatt Grant. Runner on first and Meyer. To right field. That one has some carry on it, and it's foul out of play. Count goes to 0-2. One out pitch, bottom of the third inning, 4-1 Boise. Outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes into Grant, who flied out to center his first trip to the plate. One-two pitch. Outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two pitch. Three balls and 2 strikes. Count's full now as Bartkowski was up 0-2. But none of these have been particularly competitive into Grant. The 3 ball, 2 strike, 1 out pitch with Meyer on first. He's running, fouled off. It's a lot better fight. Just the approach on offense we've seen from Boise, much better than what we saw on Tuesday. You felt as soon as the Range Riders really started to put the gas on, it was the Boise Hawk squad that was pretty cooked and exhausted offensively. They did get some hits, but it's much more quick at-bats from them. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out as Grant sees another Bartkowski pitch. It's ball 4. And the walkathon looks like it's truly on for this Boise Hawks squad, who is trying to give the Range Riders a little bit of their own medicine. Both sides walk plenty, so expect these games to be not crazy high scoring because both squads don't have a ton of power. And I say that as somebody who realizes that things have gone against me with the calls of home run I've had to make. But for the most part on paper. These are hard-earned runs these teams are able to get. And this is a Boise Hawk squad that refuses to swing and miss at pitches. Man, they're at a .278 swing and miss percentage right now. 2.78% of pitches. That's a pretty low number. Spots that one. Catcher wanted strike 3, but it just missed outside. Count goes to 1-2. Bartkowski appeared 23 times this spring for Georgia State. That one definitely outside. It's 2-2. Bartkowski again working ahead 0-2 and now losing it. Two balls, 2-strike pitch. Inside to Quevedo, who does not want to swing the bat because he has struggled tremendously at that. So why not just watch pitches go by? 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bartkowski needs a strikeout or at least an out here. The 3-2. Up the middle, and Quevedo gets a rare hit. Meyer will come home. And the throw's made to the cutoff. It's 5-1 Boise. Quevedo with a 155 batting average takes an inside pitch that would have been ball 4 and just loops it up the middle to no man's land. And he gets a rare RBI, does Quevedo, just his 9th of the season. Up steps Jacob Sisto. In the zone on the first pitch to Sisto. Sisto from Syracuse, New York, like I mentioned, former Alpine Cowboy. This one hammered to left field, backing up his Caps, and Sisto has a home run. 420 feet torched out of this ballpark, as that one was just a breaking ball that hung up at the top of the zone, and he hit it 105 miles per hour out of this ballpark. The 5th home run of the season for Sisto, and it is 8-1 Boise. Second home run of the game by the Boise Hawks. And now up steps Michael O'Hara. First pitch in the zone. Count goes to 0-1. Bartkowski got 1 out. But since then, it's been a single, a walk, a single, and a 3-run blast for Bartkowski. That is his first home run given up as a pro. Ball outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out. It's a 6-run at least, bottom of the 3rd for the Boise Hawks. That one misses inside. It is 2-1. Again, there is just no swing and miss stuff from the Range Riders today. Conversation happening right now on the bump as Will Lohman's coming out to have a conversation with his pitcher. Will Lohman, longtime MLB pitcher, trying to just rein Bartkowski in. Bartkowski, originally from Seneca, Kansas. Was playing in the draft league this summer with the Williamsport Crosscutters. He's played a lot of baseball over the course of this year. If you take into a spring at Georgia State and then going into the summer with Williamsport. Of course, that is a good reminder. The Little League World Series We're on the precipice of the Little League World Series, and you know you'll get some updates from me about the Little League World Series. First pitch in is fouled off by O'Hara. Count goes to 2-2. Outside, 3 balls, 2 strikes. And at the verge of maybe walking O'Hara for a 3rd time are the Range Riders. Fouled off. Count stays 3-2. Still waiting for that first swing and a miss from Bartkowski. You feel like if you get that, maybe you can start to get a rhythm going. And it's ball 4. O'Hara walks for the 3rd time today, and it just continues for this Boise Squad's team. They're continue to play ring around the rosy. Up steps Daryl Jackson, who was 0 for 2 with a run scored. The Little League Softball World Series starts on Sunday. That'll be played in Greenville, North Carolina, from August 2nd to August 9th. 1 out, bottom of the 3rd. Bartkowski in O'Hara. I thought he was about to run over there, as this is a base knock into right field. O'Hara holds, as right now just unable to get an out is Bartkowski. Since that first batter he got to ground in to a 6-3 put out over from short to first. Body's warming up in the pen, and I think Evan Langston might be getting going. Evan Langston pitched the final 2 innings on Tuesday's game. 1 out, bottom of the 3rd, and it misses outside to John Pyle, who's 1 for 2. In that Little League Softball World Series, representatives, just in case you were wondering, are a softball team from Greater Montreal, Canada, as there's a double steal going. The throw over to first base was not on the same page, and O'Hara gets second in just a broken defensive play. As you can tell, the Range Riders right now are losing it a little bit. Pitch was a strike, actually. Now Jackson over at first. He's got good speed. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners on the corners. It's 8-1 right now. This one hit over to short. The only play to make is at first. Runner going. It would have been a tailor-made double play. Instead, it's an RBI ground out, and it's 9-1 Boise. Jackson gets to second on that one. Ryan Ruscio now stepping up. Other Little League Softball representatives, like I mentioned, Montreal and Quebec. This is going to be a base knock, and that's going to score the run pretty easy. It is 10-1, as every different way, except for bases loaded walk, a run is scored this inning pretty much. 10-1, Boise in the lead. There's also softball teams in the Little League Softball World Series from Sengo, Japan, Bologna, Italy, Owensburg, Kentucky, Clayton, North Carolina, Guayama, Puerto Rico, Snohomish, Washington, Toms River, New Jersey. Pitch upstairs to Neves. Lake Mary, Florida, Bristol, Connecticut, Helotes, Texas, and Live Oak, California. Those are all the Little League Softball representatives. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, an achingly long frame. In the zone, 2-1. Bartkowski firing 35 pitches getting 2 outs, but it has taken a long time to get those 2, and lots of runs have come across in that time. In total, 6 on his earned record. Ball inside, and it's 3-1. He's also walked 2 batters and allowed 5 total hits, including a home run. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Ruscio on first. Up the middle, and Beard just couldn't get it. That was an awkward position there. I thought Beard was going to maybe go for the dive, but I think he was just so inverted to not be able to grab that one. As Pratt will come out and bring the day to a close for Bartkowski. 2 outs, bottom of the 3rd inning. Bartkowski exits the contest, and Evan Langston, I believe, will be the man to enter, or will it be somebody different? Yes, it will be Evan Langston as the 3rd pitcher for the Range Riders comes to the mound here in this bottom of the 3rd. In terms of the Little League World Series qualifications, they are underway right now. The festivities are starting pretty much in all the regional tournaments right around August 8th. As that's when Great Lakes will get going. The Metro, which is Connecticut, New Jersey, New York, and Rhode Island, the Mid-Atlantic, as well as the Midwest. And the Mountain tournament will take place starting in San Bernardino, California on August 8th. There is a Montana representative in that Mountain tournament, and that is the Billings Big Sky Little League. They earned a 1st round bye, so their first game will be on August 9th. I'll be sure to keep you in tune to that. I remember when I was a kid and the Billings team was playing at the Little League World Series. It was really cool to see Montana represented. They will need to emerge victorious against a regional that's made up of Lafayette, Colorado, Henderson, Nevada, Alpine, Utah, and Laramie, Wyoming. They face the winner of Utah and Colorado on August 9th. We're talking Little League World Series coming up here soon. And now let's get back to the 10-1 contest with the Boise Hawks leading the Glacier Range Riders. It was a lopsided decision on Tuesday, and right now it's rather lopsided today. Logan Meyer, who's having a great game 2 for 2, steps in to face off against Evan Langston. First pitch downstairs, and the count goes to 1-0. Two-out pitch. Bluffed the bat, it's in the zone. Count goes to 1-1. Pick off back to second. I don't know if that was a miscommunication or just supposed to be kind of a stunt the whole way. Outside, it's 2-1. Three balls and 1 strike. Langston trying to come in here and put out the fire, but it is not easy to do against this Boise squad that clearly is scrappy and a little bit peeved from Tuesday night. That one hit off the foot after a foul from Logan Meyer. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Once again in from Langston to Meyer. Runners will be going on the pitch. Hit on the ground, foul over near third. Swing and a miss, and the inning comes to an end. A long 8-run frame put up by Boise. It's 10-1 Hawks.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome back in. Top of the 4th inning. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Glacier Range Riders in the form of Caps, Rover, and Steele. Long break for Ryan Radke. He will fire his 50th pitch of the day in just a moment. Into Caps, who's 0 for 1 with a ground out up the middle. That was that nice play made by Jackson on a hard exit velo hit by Brody Caps, former Lion of Southeast Louisiana. First pitch seen into the zone. The count goes to 0-1. The Range Riders pitching staff fired over 50 pitches that inning as Caps flies this one sky high. Shortstop there, Quevedo to grab it. One gone. Tommy Rover now stepping up. He earned a walk and later scored. Yeah, I got 55 total pitches that inning in the bottom of the 3rd, thrown by Glacier. That one misses the zone, and it's 1-0. Swung on, another sky-high pop-up. Range Riders doing their best to hit it vertically today rather than horizontally. It is a foul out, caught in foul territory by Rusilla. Jacob Steele steps up with a single into shallow right. First pitch in there makes it 0-1. One ball, one strike as that one misses to Steele. Inside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Two on pitch. Outside, 3 balls and 1 strike to Jacob Steele. 2 outs on the board, bases empty here, top of the 4th inning. And it is 10-1, Boise leads Glacier. Sky high fly to right field, out towards the track, and the catch will be made. Range Riders got that one some way horizontal, but still more vertical than out. We head to the bottom of the 4th. It's 10-1. Range Riders go down in order.
Need a space that offers both a place to dine and an area to mingle in style? Book the Hideaway and Corner Suite at Glacier Bank Park. You and up to 50 guests will enjoy full catering services in the Hideaway, and incredible mountain views and comfortable furnishings in the luxury Corner Suite. This versatile combination offers a space to dine and a place to relax, creating the perfect arrangement for guests looking to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
Welcome back. It's the bottom of the 4th inning. Range Riders trail the Boise Hawks by a score of 10-1 here in Boise, Idaho. Wyatt Grant will face off against Evan Langston. Final line for both of the Range Riders pitchers we saw last inning. Crescent finishes with 2 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 1 strikeout and 2 walks. So there's a ball. While Bartkowski gets 2/3 of an inning, 6 hits, 6 runs, no strikeouts, and 2 walks. All of those 6 runs were earned. As this one hit towards short, fielded by Steele. Spinorama to get out Grant for out number 1. First pitch into Quevedo is called a strike, and the count goes to 0-1. And Langston up 0-2. Tapped, awkward spot. Langston fields and taps the runner. Jake Sisko halfway to a cycle. Apparently they put it on cycle watch. Presented by a laundry company here. Somebody has halfway to a cycle, which is pretty easy to get, so it's a good deal for the laundry company here. 2 outs, Sisto with a home run and a single thus far. First pitch in. foul. Count goes to 0-1. Swing and a miss. Hey, how about it? There's a swing and a miss. Langston's been able to do it plenty. 15% of the pitches he's thrown has been swing and misses. Barkowski and Crescent just couldn't figure out what these Hawks wanted. That one's missing to make the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes as Langston tries to work a 1-2-3 frame. The 1-2, 2-out pitch. Tapped foul. Hit fairly hard foul, I should say. That one actually had some mustard on it. Sisto, 5'10", 230 pounds. One of the rare guys in this league, as we're getting more and more rare. Born in the 20th century. Upstairs and in. Count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Range Riders' opponents, the Boise Hawks, have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players that were born in the 20th century. That is pre-2000. 2-2 hits him on the back of the head. That was a fastball that clearly got away from Langston. Dangerous, dangerous play. Kind of surprised you're not seeing him check. Oh, yeah, you will. The trainer's out there over on first base. Trainer Andrew Gong will have a conversation. Just to check on him and make sure he's okay. 2 outs, bottom of the 4th inning, and Michael O'Hara, who has yet to take the bat off his shoulder for the most part, 3 walks, steps in with his squad up 10-1. First pitch, a ball, as O'Hara more than content to just keep on walking, if that's what he will be offered. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. The 1-0. 2 balls and no strikes as Range Riders also more than content to just keep walking O'Hara, it seems. 2-0. 2-1. The Range Riders 2 hit the zone there. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Hit foul. 2-2 with 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th inning. Two-two, 2-out pitch, bottom of the 4th. Boise leading Glacier 10-1. The pitch in here from Langston to O'Hara. Swung on, sky-high fly, and that's another home run. Not coming back here if it's a fair ball, which it is. 106 off the bat, 405 feet. It is 12-1 Boise. O'Hara finally takes the bat off his shoulder, and when he does so, he sends a ball that ain't nobody getting back. Up steps Gerald Jackson, who has 1 for 3. He has a single into right field. First pitch from Langston, misses the zone. Count goes to 1-0. It's a 2-out rally sparked by a hit by pitch Langston was ahead 0-2. And then he hit him in the head as this one is a foul ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-2. As this one hit out towards left field, looks playable for Caps, and it is. Inning comes to an end. It's another inning with some Boise runs, 2 across, and an 11-run advantage for Boise.
At Johns Manville, it's always been about people, the people who design the systems, the people who build them, and the people who depend on them to perform every day. That's why we approach commercial roofing with care, collaboration, and respect for what's at stake. Because every roof protects more than a building. It protects people, livelihoods, and peace of mind. That's the responsibility we stand behind. Johns Manville Commercial Roofing Systems.
Welcome back. Top of the 5th inning here for the Glacier Range Riders. Radke out there on just 58 pitches thrown. Let's have some fun and do some trivia here at the ballpark. And I want you to tell me, what was the location of baseball's first exploding scoreboard, which erupted with fireworks after homers since the 1960s, and it was the brainchild of owner Bill Veek in this Midwestern city? Logan Beard sees a called strike. I also do not know the answer, so I'm guessing with you. I believe that the first exploding scoreboard, and the hint that I got is that it is a Midwestern city. Hit by pitch reaches Logan Beard. That was a, not a fastball, a ball inside at 79 miles per hour. Breaker ball that just did not break. I'm going with Kansas City, Kauffman Stadium. That is my guess there. And I am very much incorrect. First pitch, a strike into Kyle Ashworth. Ashworth 0 for 1 with a fly out to center field. The correct answer is, it is Comiskey Park in Chicago, Illinois. That was the first exploding scoreboard that had fireworks in it. That one's called a strike. Count goes to 0-2. Obviously a huge reshaping of the sport when you start to get pyrotechnics right there. 0-2 pitch. Called a ball. Did not miss by much. All right, let's keep it going. What about as the 1-2 is outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Who is the only or who is the NBA franchise that I'm talking about that won an NBA title in 1979 and then left town in 2008? If you know me, you know I'm going to get this one. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a pickoff attempt in there. Another hint is they were a green and gold NBA franchise, won an NBA title in 1979, and they left town in 2008. That is, of course, the Seattle Supersonics. Fouled off by Kyle Ashworth. They beat Washington in the 1979 finals. They relocated after the 07-08 season to become the, of course, Oklahoma City Thunder. 2 balls, 2 strikes into Ashworth. Missed inside. And Logan Beard will have a free pass to second base on the wild pitch. All right, let's get you an NFL question here on this trivia, because so far it's working. You guys got a hit by a pitch and a great at-bat by Ashworth here. So I'm just going to keep going until we get out number 3 here, maybe. I don't have that many locked in the chamber. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Ball 4 inside. Ashworth works a walk, and there is 2 aboard with nobody out. 12-1 Boise leads. All right, so during a dismal 1980 season, the frustrated fans of this team wore paper bags over their heads and dubbed the city and dubbed their team the Aints. Conversation happening on the bump right now between Radke and I'm assuming his pitching coach, John Chalupa. Again, a dismal 1980 season. The trend started of fans wearing a paper bag over their head and calling the team the Aints. This one feels like way easier than the first 2. It is, of course, the New Orleans Saints. They had a 1-15 record in 1980. Fans showed up at the Superdome, paper bags over their heads. And obviously that became kind of a lasting impact. And I wouldn't quite say that they're in an Aints era right now, but they're certainly not in a contender era. Donovan Ratfield stepping up. He's 0 for 0 with a hit by pitch and a walk. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Can the Range Riders take advantage? First pitch in the zone. A called strike, and the count goes to 0-1. Sky high fly. Shallow right field, backpedaling, and making the grab on an infield fly. This is the second baseman, and the Range Riders pop out once again. Up comes Brock Vredenberg. All right, I wasn't asking a trivia question. That's why that happened. So I will ask another one to try and get the good mojo back in for Brock Vredenberg. What can you name the actual town in which Ichiro was born? The actual town in Japan. I mean, I hope I didn't give it away that he was born in Japan. Hopefully you knew that, as this is a wild pitch. See, good things happening with trivia right now. 2 in scoring position now for Brock Vredenberg. 1-0, 1 out. Second and third are the runners. What town was Ichiro born in? It is in the Aichi prefecture. Obviously, Ichiro, a legend. MLB single-season hit record holder. The 1-0, 1-out pitch. Check swing over near Jake Millen on deck. The correct answer is Kasugai, Japan. It's near Nagoya, which is maybe a little bit more well-known. 2004 set the single-season hit record with 262 hits in a single season. Absurd. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-2. And one more time, I'll ask you one more question here to try and get Vredenberg some magic to maybe get an RBI hit. What is the closest? As that one misses, 2 balls and 2 strikes. What is the closest major city to? What is the closest international city to where Drew Brees started his NFL career? The closest international city to where Drew Brees started his NFL career. Swing and a miss, and a strikeout. That did not work. All right, well, the answer is Tijuana. Tijuana, Mexico, of course, just south, 22 miles of San Diego. And pretty big city, Tijuana, in its own right over there. But no NFL franchises have called Tijuana, Mexico home. At least not that I'm aware of. Up comes Jake Millen, 0 for 2. 2 in scoring position for the Range Riders. As that one misses inside nearly. Another wild pitch by the starter here in Radke. Struggled with his control this inning. Hit a batter, walked a batter. But so far has yet to allow a run from it. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-1. Up the middle, base knock. Kyle Ashworth given the green light, and he will round and score. Jake Millen, RBI single, 100 miles per hour off the bat, and it's 12-3. Okay, so most of these guys, good things were happening when I was asking trivia. Millen did not want trivia asked, and it worked out perfectly. I'll take it. 2 outs, top of the 5th inning. 12-3, Range Riders cut the deficit back to single figures. Carson Garner steps up. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop out over to first. This one hit over to third, and it gets under the glove of the third baseman. See what that one gets scored as. It goes down as an error. That's the general assumption, is that you should have your glove down to the dirt on a play like that, and you will not get scored with an error if it hops above it. But if it goes under it, usually you'll get an error on it called on you. E5 to reach Carson Garner. Two outs, up comes Brody Capps. And he pops it up. Logan Meyer in and ends the inning. Range Riders get 2 back. They trail by 9, headed to the bottom of the 5th. We're halfway home.
Range Riders fans, Glacier Bank Park offers a variety of suites to accommodate groups of all sizes, from small gatherings to parties of up to 65 people. The balcony views and exclusive services create a premium experience for celebrations, reunions, and outings of all kinds. Enjoy the convenience and comfort of your private space, breathtaking Montana scenery, and high-level action on the field, while our dedicated hospitality team creates an unforgettable experience for you and your family, friends, or business associates.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
John Pyle leading off here. It is an 0-2 count after called strike and then a swing and a miss by Pyle, who is 1 for 3 today. Evan Langston still out there. His 30th pitch since entering is a swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night for Evan Langston. 1 out as Ryan Rosillo steps up, 2 singles and a home run. First pitch, a ball. Count goes to 1-0. Rosillo yet to have gotten out today. The 1-0 for Langston. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-1. Hit on the ground towards short. Jacob Steele fields and throws low, but Vredenberg gobbles it up. 2 outs, Avery Neves. Avery Neves, 1 for 3. Strikeout, ground out, and a single. Body's just starting to get warm in the Range Rider bullpen. 2-out pitch, and the first pitch misses a little downstairs. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-1. And a foul scrape just not able to be handled by Radfield, but there's only 1 strike, so it did not matter that much to handle it that cleanly. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th inning. The 1-2. Called, strike 3, and Neves sent down looking. We head to the 6th inning of play. It's 12-3 after a 1-2-3 frame by Evan Langston. the form of Rover, Steele, and Beard. Rover is 0 for 1. His first pitch he sees is upstairs and away. Radke still out there right now. That was his 80th pitch thrown. Nobody warming up in the pen. They left the starter out there, Baker, too long yesterday. Sean Persky will try not to make that same mistake, although it feels a little bit different when you got a 9-run lead compared to a deficit that is slowly getting larger. 3-0. They ended up cutting the majority of pitchers that we saw on Tuesday night right after the contest, did the Boise Hawks. Once that game was lost, it was theirs to be stranded in. 3-0 pitch, and it's ball 4. And to me, that's somebody warming up in the bullpen immediately, because Radke's only problem has been his control here today, and it has stung him for 2 earned runs last inning. (12-3) scoreline. Steele steps up to the plate. Steele is 1 for 2 with a base knock into right. Had a deep fly out to right as well. Count goes to 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. (0-2) is tapped back. It's a tailor-made double play, and the throw gets him off the bag. He does get back and recover. Oh, my goodness. That was nearly disastrous. I do not know what Radke was doing. He's had trouble hitting the strike zone and nearly completely whiffed on a throw to second base. That throw can be so difficult for pitchers sometimes, and sometimes it's putting too much on it, and sometimes it's putting too little on it. Good job by Quevedo to grab that ball and get his foot on the bag eventually. Called strike, and the count goes to 0-1. This one out towards center field, down for a base knock, and it's a Logan Beard single. He's 2 for 2 on the day. He's been the only guy consistently finding success against Radke. Half of the Range Rider hits belong to him. Up now steps Kyle Ashworth, 0 for 1, but does have 2 walks. First pitch, a strike into Kyle Ashworth. 12-3 scoreline. 0-1 count, 1 out. This one slashed foul. Count goes to 0-2. That one misses. 1 ball. And 2 strikes. Way upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners on first and second. Range Riders nearly grounded into a double play. Did Steele. But a bad throw helped this inning out a lot. The 1-2. Hit foul. Stays at 1-2. This one is sky high. Center field. And the grab is made by Meyer. Steele tags up to third base. Runners will be on the corners now for 2 outs. And Donovan Ratfield. 2 outs, top of the 6th inning. Boise 12, Range Riders 3. Ratfield 0 for 1, a hit by pitch and a walk. First pitch downstairs. Count goes to 1-0. Ratfield RBI opportunity. Can he take advantage of it and maybe help this squad out a little bit more? Ball upstairs, 2-0. In the zone, 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 outs, Radke on 96 pitches. This is likely his final inning of work. There is warm-ups going on in the pen, but they're giving it to Radke right now. 2-1 pitch in, 2 outs. In the zone again, count goes to 2-2. He's 1 strike away from getting out of the frame. The 2-2. 2-out pitch, top of the 6th inning. Fought off down the right field line. It's going to drift foul. Two will come in once more in a moment. Radke is 90, 9th pitch of the day. Runners on the corners with 2 outs. Pitch on. Fought off again by Donnie Rad. Good at bat from him. The 2-2. 2 out. Popped up, it's foul. Back towards the seats in front of the press box up here. We're in the top of the 6th inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 12-3. Boise leads Glacier. Steele over at third, Beard at first. Range Riders down by 9. And another 2-2 pitch. Gets on it towards short where it's fielded by Cavedo, and he taps the bag for out number 3. Range Riders get a couple aboard with 1 out, but nothing to show for it. We head to the bottom of the 6th. It's 12-3 Boise.
Glacier Bank Park is just so beautiful. The absolutely stunning views, the facility that we have. We're just very fortunate.
This is a place where people can gather throughout the community. The location of the park itself is centrally located within the valley, and as such, it keeps everybody coming from all the different municipalities throughout the valley, and really it's just a hub for the community to meet.
My favorite thing about coming to the ball field is seeing old friends, seeing the beautiful complex, and the staff, how friendly they are. They greet us with friendliness, and the seats are awesome.
We also get to connect with folks as far away as Boston that are here on vacation that actually want to come to a ballpark because I talk them into it because that's how special it is.
So we come to socialize. We love our group and we just have a really good time. Of course, we like watching the game too. And we like to win.
At Johns Manville, what we build starts with who we are. We are people champions, listening first, putting customers and teams at the center of every decision. We're driven by passion, always going the extra mile, always pushing ideas further. We perform, setting higher standards, delivering stronger results, and creating lasting value. And we protect, our people, our customers, and the world around us, today and for generations to come.
Welcome back in. Glacier Range Riders with a 12-3 deficit right now at the hands of the Boise Hawks. Evan Langston out there for another inning of work. He is being leaned upon heavily right now. 37 innings pitched, but he's been the only successful Range Rider against these Boise Hawks. First pitch spots the zone on Logan Meyer, who is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Range Riders after 6 innings of play on Tuesday, led 17-3. Now they're down 12-3, with it could be worse after 6, depending on what happens in this frame. This one hit towards short, where it's pretty cleanly getting by the shortstop in Jacob Steele. Another single for Logan Meyer. Thirteenth hit of the day by the Boise Hawks. Range Riders also had 13 hits themselves in the first 6 innings. On Tuesday, they have 4 today. Langston fires a ball, and the count goes to 1-0. Home plate umpire said he went. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-2 on Wyatt Grant. Grant is 0 for 2. He grounded out his last time up. Two balls, 2 strikes. Two into Evan, or from Evan. And it misses low. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody warming up in the pen right now for the Range Riders. This one towards right field, and it's down for a base knock. Wyatt Grant, his first hit of the day. 2 aboard with nobody out. And that's exactly when a body gets started in the Range Rider bullpen. Roy Quevedo steps up. RBI single earlier today for Quevedo. And the first pitch there misses. Count goes to 1-0. Count goes 1-1 after the foul. One into Quevedo. Called a strike. It's 1-2. And down goes Quevedo. A strikeout to deal with the shortstop, and up comes Sisto. A home run, a single, and an HBP for Sisto. This one hit towards third. Garner makes a spinorama throw for 1, and for 2 it goes. Garner to Beard to Vredenberg. What a nice 5-4-3 double play there as the Range Riders kill the inning. We head to the 7th. It's 12-3. Glacier trails Boise. Take a look back.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome back out here. New pitcher into the contest is number 9, Cheney Trout. Coming in. Sidewinder nearly goes completely underhand. I don't even know how this is legal. This is crazy. Cheney Trout steps into the contest. Certainly a pitching style that'll throw some people off. Played at Frontier Community College. This one is tapped, and it's a fair ball. And wait, actually, are they calling it foul or fair? I think they're calling it foul. Persky's coming out to ask questions, but it looks like Vredenberg has escaped what should have been maybe an out there. First base umpire saying that one was foul. I don't know why. Maybe it hit the foot of Vredenberg. Maybe that's what he saw. Count goes to 0-2 for Cheney Trout versus Brock Vredenberg. Time taken by Vredenberg. Trout, originally from Poplar Bluff, Missouri. He's a returning Boise Hawk. Like I said, played at Frontier Community College in Fairfield, Illinois, before a career at Eastern Illinois University. No one misses outside. The count goes to 1-0. Last year for Boise, had a 3.96 ERA. This year, it's a 5.06 mark for Cheney Trout. Here in the top of the 7th, warm-ups going on for the Range Riders. As this one fought off into a shallow pop-up, and out number 1 on the flyout. Quevedo easily there to grab it. 1 out, top of the 7th. Up comes Jake Millen, a 2 RBI single for Jake today. Hot one here in Boise. Temperature has dipped from 96 to 90. Still feels very hot. First pitch in, right down the middle. Called strike. Count goes to 0-1. We've seen 0 challenges from either side. Just something to note. As the 0-1 out pitch comes home. Also in the zone, it is 0-2. Oh, 2, 1 out. And Millen sees that one upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fouled off. Count stays 1-2. The 1 ball, 2 strike, 1 out pitch. Fouled off again. Oh, I think that hit the cable again. How many times can a foul ball hit a cable in one night? I think we're getting that answered. Over the course of this evening, it's at least 2. Fouled off again by Jake Millen. The 1-2. Outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. This one towards left center field. Tracking back, looking up at the fence, and it's played off the fence. Stand-up double for Jake Millen, who goes to 2 for 4 on the night with a 1-out extra base hit. Carson Garner now stepping up. Garner is 1 for 3. Strike makes it 0-1. Swing and a miss to make it 0-2 on Garner. Oh, 2, 1-out pitch. Millen on second for the Glacier Range Riders. Popped up by Garner. Shallow center field. Nobody knows where it is, and it will be dropped out there by the shortstop. Throw is just not in time over at third base. What'll that go down as? I think it's probably a hit because Jackson was tracking back trying to make the catch on it. It gets scored as an error for now, but Jackson, can't expect him to make that play. That's a tough one to go against him. One out, top of the 7th inning. And a strike finds the zone against Brody Capps, who's 0 for 3. No one misses. 1 ball, 1 strike for Capps, looking for an RBI here in his second ever professional game. This one to right center field, and that might be extra bases for Brody Capps. He'll get the chance to open the legs a little bit. Stop sign up at third base. It's a stand-up double and an RBI for Brody Capps. Range Riders make it 12-4 here in the top of the 7th. Still just 1 out by Cheney Trout. Conversation happening on the bump right now between pitcher and catcher, Trout and Grant. Tommy Rover 0 for 1, does have 2 free passes. Both walks today, and there's a ball low and away. 2 in scoring position. Range Riders could make it 12-6 possibly with a base knock. Only 1 out, so the sacrifice is on the table as well to be able to get a run across. The 1-0 into Rover. In the zone, 1 ball, 1 strike. This one flared down the left field line. Everybody's working over there. Nobody's going to get there. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners on second and third. The pitch coming in. Upstairs to Tommy Rover. It's 2-2. This one tapped over towards first. It should score a run as the flip will be made to Trout. RBI ground out makes it 12-5 in favor of Boise. RBI attributed to the Range Rider. DH today, Tommy Rover. Up steps Jacob Steele. He's 1 for 3 with a single, pop out, and a fielder's choice. Pitch was called a ball. It's challenged and it'll be confirmed. That one misses. It's 2-0 for Steele. 2 outs. And this one's fouled. 2 balls and 1 strike. Ball downstairs, it's 3-1. Things maybe get a little bit more interesting if Steele's able to find his way aboard here. Because then you're one good Logan Beard swing away from making it feel like a close contest again. Still a long ways out from really being Range Riders within reach, but as that's called a strike, a challenge comes from Steele. And ooh, that just scraped the bottom of the zone. That is about as close as it gets for Steele. Count goes to 3-2 as both sides have burned a challenge. A 3-2, 2-out pitch. Swung on down the left field line. It is a foul ball. Ooh, was that really foul? That one looked like it hit chalk from my angle. It was very close. Range Rider dugout up in arms, but they're always going to be up in arms on a close play like that. I've seen some pretty obvious calls still get argued by a dugout, because once you get them gassed up, then they're hard to stop. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 7th inning, 12-5. Boise leads Glacier. This one hammered by Steele, and he'll take that. Instead, a ball off the wall. Steele scores the run. I thought that one had a chance to get out of here. Instead, it's a stand-up double for Jacob Steele. The score is now 12-6. As the Range Riders have scored now 5 unanswered runs. See Steele a little bit slow on the box. I think he thought it was gone too. One just off the sign there in left field. And Logan Beard, who's 2 for 2, steps in with an opportunity to maybe cut even more out of this deficit. Beard's had a great day batting out of the 9-hole. He was the only, maybe not the only, but the most disciplined batter against the solid starter for Boise. That one upstairs. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Fouled off, 2-1. Beard, in addition to his 2 hits, he also was hit by a pitch. This one's sky high. I think that one's staying in the yard. Neves under it and makes the grab for out number 3. We head to the 7th inning stretch. Range Riders score 3 in the 7th. It is 12-6. Welcome back in. It's Michael O'Hara that leads it off, 1 for 1 with a home run. He also has 3 walks. New pitcher for the Glacier Range Riders is Gavin Johnston. Johnston, 13.5 ERA in just 2 appearances, 2 2/3 innings. Things went haywire in his second appearance, but he looked great in his first one. As that one hits the strike zone, and the count goes to 0-1. Johnston, product out of Southeast Missouri State, originally from Arnold, Missouri. Fouled off. The count goes to 0-2. Pitch in. Flared foul. Count stays 0-2. Johnston listed at 6'2", 190 pounds. He is 22 years old. There's a conversation happening. Over down with the Range Rider dugout. I don't know what that was about. 0-2. No out pitch. Back to Johnston. He couldn't get a piece of it, and it just snuck under the glove of Steele. Hit fairly hard, so it's a hard one to expect Johnston to make, but he would probably want to be able to make that in retrospect. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-1. This is Daryl Jackson, who's 1 for 4 today. The 0-1 no out pitch with O'Hara on first. Misses inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out. Bottom of the 7th. 12-6 Boise leads Glacier. Still 90 degrees here in the Treasure Valley. Boise, Idaho, the site of Pioneer League Baseball. Ball downstairs. It's 2-1. No out pitch. This one hit foul. 2-2 goes the count. No out pitch, bottom of the 7th inning. 12-6. Boise leads Glacier. Inside, 3-2. Count goes full. The 3-2 no out pitch. Towards right field and down for a base knock. O'Hara holds at second base. Probably would have been caught there if that throw was on target from Ashworth. It's 2 straight hits to start the inning by the Boise Hawks, and up steps John Pyle, 1 for 4 with a double. First pitch in the zone to Pyle. This one a bunt, drop down. Vredenberg fields and throws to first for out number 1. When in doubt, back to small ball for this Boise Hawks squad. Up by 6, going with the sack bunt to try and see if they can get some extra runs across. It's 3-4 in your scorebook on that sack bunt. O'Hara on third, Jackson on second, Ryan Rosillo. Single and a home run. 2 singles, actually, and a home run. First pitch misses the zone. Count goes to 1-0. Called strike. Count goes 1-1. On Rosillo. Infield in right now for the Range Riders, trying to prevent any easy thing from scoring. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-2. Swing and a miss. Johnston punches out Rocio on a high fastball, and 2 gone in the bottom of the 7th. Avery Neves now has the scoring opportunity at his fingertips. First pitch misses downstairs to Avery Neves. Neves 1 for 4. Single into center field. 1-0, 2 outs, second and third. Range Riders really can't afford any more runs. They already have a very high hill to climb. 6 runs anymore would be really extreme. Called strike, it's 1-1. Fouled off. Count goes to 1-2. Swing and a miss. Johnston out of the jam, and the Range Riders strand 2 runs. The sacrifice bunt does not work to the tune of anything on the board, and it's the Range Riders, having scored 5 unanswered, back to work in the top of the 8th.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Kyle Ashworth leads us off here. It's the top of the 8th inning. Glacier Range Riders with a 12-6 deficit right now at the hands of the Boise Hawks. First pitch coming into Kyle Ashworth. In the zone. This one hit over towards short, fielded, and thrown slightly off the bag, but tagged for out number 1. Like I said, new pitcher into the contest for the Boise Hawks. It is Zan Rose into pitch. Zan Rose wearing number 12 out there. The first pitch is a strike into the zone. Donovan Radfield, 0 for 2. Grounded into a fielder's choice his last time up. Popped up here as the Range Riders continue the pop-up parade that has plagued them. A sliding catch by O'Hara coming in from right field. 2 outs, top of the 8th inning. Brock Vredenberg 0 for 4, lined into a double play, flied out, strike out, and flied out again. First pitch is strike into Vredenberg, and the count goes to 0-1. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-2. Ball downstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Vredenberg as he tries to fend off a clean frame by Zan Rose. Rose, the relief pitcher out of Tampa, Florida, played in the American Association most recently with Winnipeg, as this one hammered to left field. Backing up is Neves. He'll get to the track and make the grab for out number 3. Quick frame thrown by Rose. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Last chance for Boise Insurance. We'll be right back. Welcome back in. It's the bottom of the 8th inning. Glacier Range Riders with a 12-6 lead. Nope, scratch that. Range Riders with a 12-6 deficit at the hands of the Boise Ox. Logan Meyer's been a big part of it. He's had 3 of 16 Boise hits today. The first pitch from Gavin Johnston is a ball, and the count goes to 1-0. This one cranked down the left field line. It's a foul ball. Count goes to 1-1. Needed to get a new bat. Did Meyer. He'll step back in at a 1-1 count. Nobody out, nobody on. And again, 12-6 Boise right now, trying to close out this victory right around the 3-hour mark. Tapped into the ground. It's 1-2. Did he go? No, says our first base umpire. Two. Inside. It is 3 balls and 2 strikes. And it's ball 4, a leadoff walk issued to Logan Meyer. Up steps Wyatt Grant. Grant is 1 for 3 with a single his last time up. Swing and a miss on the first pitch by Wyatt Grant. Count goes to 0-1 on Grant. Before that single he had last up, it was a fly-out walk and a ground out. Hit on the ground towards third. A good chance for 2. 1 and 2. Garner to Beard to Vredenberg. Another double play for the Range Riders. They get Grant to go into it, and there's 2 gone just like that. Roy Cavedo, the last chance for insurance. And Ethan Underwood will actually sub in to pinch hit here. Swing and a miss. He got sorted up. Count goes to 0-1. That one misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. And flared out towards left field. The base knock with 2 outs for Underwood, so he will reach first. And up comes Jake Sisto, 2 for 3, grounded into a double play his last time up. First pitch, a strike into Sisto. Count goes to 0-1 on the designated hitter for Boise. Played catcher yesterday. Did Sisto. Another strike, and it's 0-2 for Sisto. Doesn't like the call to Sisto, and he challenged it. And they'll get it overturned. Count will go to 1-1. This one towards short, fielded by Steele. Throw to first, clean as you like. It's 12-6, Range Riders' last chance for a comeback coming up in the top of the 9th. Welcome back. We're in the top of the ninth inning here. The last chance for the Glacier Range Riders against Zan Rose is 4, 5, and 6. Millen, followed by Garner, followed by Brody Capps. Range Riders on the season right now have a record of 33 wins and 28 losses. That could move to 33 and 29 if they do not score 6 or more here in the top of the ninth inning. First pitch into Millen is called a strike, and the count goes to 0-1. Rose went 1-2-3 on 8 pitches in the 8th inning, as Zan Rose trying to quell any chance of a comeback. Ball, count goes to 1-1. Millen himself has a single and a double today. One is swung on and missed. Count goes to 1-2. Tomorrow, by the way, doubleheader here at Memorial Stadium. 1-2 misses inside. Count goes to 2-2. Doubleheader to make up for the game that was smoked out yesterday. 5:30, first game of a 7-inning contest. And then game 2 will be about 30 to 40 minutes after that, as this one fought foul by Millen. Count goes to 2-2. Swing and a miss. Millen punched. And there is one gone. Carson Garner steps up 0 for 4. He has reached on 2 different errors. The pop-up, I don't know if that was correctly scored an error, but it is what it is. It wasn't a great hit, that's the bottom line. He shouldn't have gotten a hit for that, but technically I believe it's more in the hit category when a second baseman is flailing towards it. The 1-0, 1-out pitch. I do not know where that one missed. It's low and away. It's a good frame by our home plate umpire, our catcher, Grant, because he fooled me. That one looked dead center from up in the booth where I'm at. Call the ball. It's 3-0 for Carson Garner. Three balls, no strikes. Capps waiting on deck. Will there be a runner on for him or not? The 3-0 pitch. Ooh, called a strike. That's that's our umpire. I don't know what he was looking at there. That one was pretty far inside, and Garner tactfully and maybe sportsmanship heavy does not challenge and pops it up. He would have reached, however, on a walk if he would have challenged. Range Riders do have one in the back pocket, as does Boise. By the way, Roy Cavedo is back at shortstop. There's a designated pinch run for Ethan Underwood. This one hit and grabbed. The Derek Jeter-esque throw right on target from Jackson. A lot easier to do that from second than it is from first, but well done off the back foot. 2 gone, and the last chance for the Range Riders is Brody Capps. Two outs, top of the ninth. First pitch misses the zone. It's 1-0 to Capps. Capps, again, 1 for 4, 2 pop-ups, a ground out, and a double to right center field. in the zone. It's 1-1 now on Caps. Ball, 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1, 2-out pitch, top of the ninth. Swing and a miss, and the Range Riders down to their last strike here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. A 6-run lead for Boise, trying to slam the door shut in this clash between the Range Riders and the Hawks. The 2-2 into Caps. Up and in, just off the hands, it's 3-2. We'll try it once more. 3-2, 2-out pitch with nobody on for Caps. Swung on to shallow right field. Long run in, long run out, and it's just not able to be made. Picked up the throw to second, and that's not in time either. It's a hustle double from Brody Caps to fend off elimination. And there's at least one more batter to see the plate. Kind of a sketchy run to get that hustle double for Caps, because if you get out there, you never want to get the final out of the game on the base paths. Instead, it is just barely safe. Jackson made a great effort at the throw. It was just a little bit late. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-1. The 0-1. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing and a miss, and once again, the Range Riders are down to their last strike. Can Rover fend it off? As did Caps. The 1-2, 2-out pitch into Tommy Rover. Tapped over to second. Should be the ball game. It's fielded and thrown by Jackson on target in time. Final score, Boise 12, Range Riders 6. We'll be right back to wrap this baby up from Memorial Stadium.
Thinking about where to host your next office event? Book the indoor event space at Glacier Bank Park. With a capacity up to 145 people, our indoor event space is a flexible, year-round venue ideal for accommodating receptions, conferences, and holiday parties. The spacious layout boasts impressive stadium and mountain views, providing the perfect setting for guests to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Welcome back. They're going to do a field side interview here, just see if you hear something happen in the background. That's what's going on. The Glacier Range Riders with a loss here by the score of 12-6. Radke gets the victory, the winning decision. 6 innings, 3 earned runs, and he has 3 strikeouts, 5 walks as well. Rose, 2 scoreless innings. Radke, again, gets the victory. There was 1 earned run against the other Boise pitcher. Losing spot will go to Cole Crescent. 2 innings pitched, 4 runs, all of them earned, 1 strikeout and 2 walks. No save in this 6-run victory for the Boise Hawks. Let's take a look around the league and check out what else happened today in the doubleheader between Long Beach and Ogden. Long Beach, first game 28-11, owned Nelly, and the second game Ogden 20-3. All right, 17-run wins for either side as they split the total runs scored on the day. Both had 31 runs and 31 runs allowed. Billings and Idaho Falls also had a doubleheader. Idaho Falls took the second game 13-3, but Billings took the first game 8-6. Great Falls shellaxed the Missoula Paddleheads 15-2. That's a convincing victory, while Yuba beats Oakland. Modesto. By the way, Yuba does not beat Oakland. It's the top of the 7th. They're up by 5 on Oakland. And Modesto leads Red Pocket in the top of the 6th, 6-4. Once again, our final score from a Memorial Stadium, it's 12-6. Tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. Get down to the ballpark as the Range Riders and the Boise Hawks do battle in 2 different games. Range Riders and the Hawks tomorrow, 5:30. We'll talk to you then. Until then, please have a great rest of your night. A huge shout out to Christian Banta in the HDN studio. Once again, have a great rest of your night and stay safe out there.